Welcome back to not only the last game of the day, but also the last game of the entire group stage, and the last time we see these seats empty. Because starting Saturday, it's playoff time, baby, and then fans can come in for the very first time here at GCS. The playoffs will be drawn later by a special guest, and I hope you stay tuned for that one. Going to be interesting. Last time we had a lot of fun at the drawings with Lolliot and Focus. Having fun with Focus is not that easy this time, though.
Yeah, you made fun of the last guy. I remember saying how difficult of a time he had opening those things.
Yeah, he was struggling hard. That was quite fun, though.
Good old Tolkien, who is an editor for Replays.net, the biggest site in China for what's going on in the world of Warcraft 3. For that in Europe, what do we have, Neil?
We have Ugri.
And Warcraft3.info.
And Warcraft3.info.
Where Ugri posts.
Exactly. So, WFZ is back in the seat. Fly is still there. It's kind of an interesting story. It's Fly's 6th GCS. He hasn't missed a single one. He made it to the playoffs 4 times, so he only missed it once. And there, he was against WFZ in the group stage decider. WFZ on the other side, he went to quite a few GCSs, only made it to the playoffs once. And that was exactly that season when he was up against Fly. So, will the streak continue? Will WFZ be the one keeping Fly away from playoffs? Engine Isles is the first map, Twisted and Last Refuge out.
So, adjusting his map, Vito's here, gets rid of LR, where this special strategy for WFZ looked so strong. We move on to Ancient Isles.
Alright, once again, Ancient Isles. We ended the last series here, and we start the new one here. One best of 3 to decide the 8th player alongside Infi120, Lin, Moon, Lawlight, TH, and Foggy. So we have 3 Night Elves, 2 humans, and it could be either 2 undeads or 2 orcs. We will see about that.
Yeah, going into the map and into the strategy again, I felt like Fly had such a good answer to the strategy that hell yeah, that WZ was planning for. In the end, it wasn't the Dreadlord stuff. He was forced into a different strategy. But against that Dreadlord late strategy, push, whatever you want to call it, the fast expo should have worked so well. But he got over-eager. He fought too early with a bit of a crappy army before all of his tier 3 was ready. Crazy game by WFZ. If you missed that one, you have to catch up on it. Our second game of the day earlier. It's rematch time. Has he learned from what had happened? Does he have a better response? Let's go.
Ancient Isles expansion, not very likely, very hard to take. So what is WFZ's idea here against Orc? I'm still waiting for his worm play. Did that fell out of his meta because he has kind of his own? We'll see about that. Fly spawning in the north, the undead in the cold south.
In the cold south? Why is it cold in the south?
Because, like, it's an undead and it's cold there.
Because of the Lich King?
Yes.
Okay. Especially when there's frost worms. I guess the weather has to be cold, otherwise it would be melt worms.
Oh boy. It's getting late here, huh?
I like it today. We're kind of having a good time today.
Oh,
dude, this is a Farseer. Check it out. No barracks.
No, it's
no
not.
No Farseer. Just kidding.
No barracks, no shop though. And this is an interesting opening. And how good is Fly in adapting to what he played in the winner bracket semifinal? WFZ, normal opening with the DK first, then Fiends later, and then the interesting stuff happens at tier 2. But man, what is Fly doing with this opening?
So what's the plan here? Does he want to rush Wind Riders because there's so few Fiends for so long? Or is it base lane Raider style?
Both possible. With this small map, I can see both actually. Like Wyverns arrive in the base very fast. With speed scrolls, you can play that Raider lane very, very well. Since there's like 2 exits or 3 exits through the middle or through the left or through the right.
So this Blade Master doesn't even have any regen. No heal selves, no clarities. So he's probably going to go to the shop, go for a circlet, and then he has to hope that he sees the DK somewhere. And he's going to be lucky enough to do this, actually. this is Fly like outsmarting his opponent because WFZ thinks he's gonna be going for circlets, and Fly, knowing this knowledge to be on the undead side, is going through the middle to see where he's going. But he just runs into the main, I guess.
Yep.
And doesn't follow the DK at all.
First blood, most likely, against this Acolyte here, so this won't turn into a Shade. Yep, there we go. Can cancel the Graveyard, of course, everything is in time. Now he goes for late Barracks and Shop, but the Skeletons are able to kill it.
So the tech comes now for WFZ. So far behind, dude, though. And this is a fast Undertake, you know? This is kind of the fastest you can go for it, and you still want to go super crazy.
Fly's tech is crazy fast. Halfway through already. We'd love to have a clock on this, but...
Shop in the back, Neo. What do you think about that? Oh, so good.
You like it, huh? I know.
I really like it.
And again, like, it's really cool what WFZ is doing here, stealing experience, especially for the second tier. Like, these easy camps really help for a jump start to level 2. But yeah, DK needs level 2 as well. Blade Master comes in a little late.
But he does find him. So now if he sticks to the DK, he won't be able to continue creeping. He won't be able to get to level 2. But he's being distracted here by the little skeleton. Look at me, look at me.
Very greedy.
Follow me.
And everything is alright. Uncle Cracker, remember that?
Is your uncle a cracker? So,
since when do you think you're funny?
This was a legitimate question here. Yeah, I must say, I don't like the prioritization of Fly's movement here. He followed that one skeleton, he lost track of the DK, and now the DK is creeping his ogres. Once again, this is the Death Knight who should be very limited in the early game. He only has skeletons. He shouldn't be allowed this much experience. But as it stands, the guy with actual real units, with the grunts, is only level 1, and the DK with nothing but skeletons gets his level 2 here.
Yeah, it's really big. And he even gets a circlet, not a ring. That's really surprising. Beastery number 1. We don't have Beastery number 2 here, so this looks fairly normal. So just going into tier 3 with this?
I guess so. But why the super fast rush then? Is he gonna try to use this SH and then with the first Hex kill the Fiend or something? Because it's gonna be a while before the Lich is out. Level 2 now for the Blade. Tier 2 finishes here. There is that first Fiend, 4 ghouls once again. Same build this time around.
Alright, but this is like very, very good early game. Like, okay, not very, very good, but a good early game for WFZ. Keeping the Blade Master low, stealing items and experience from close to his base. So he's kind of forced to go for that big creep spot at the gold mine already. And you saw a lot of stuff that's bruised already.
And imagine now the SH on the other side of the map. Imagine he hadn't crept this camp. He could be there, he could kill the Fiend or force a TP. But, well, I guess he's also getting something done here. So that is the trade-off, I guess, you have to decide on. Do I want to kill stuff of his and keep us both down in experience, or do I want to get more experience? He decides for more experience, apparently. Boost of speed for him. Pretty good item.
And it is just Raiders tier 3, and then Kodo's Headhunters again. Just a lot faster than before. What can he really do now? The only anti-air is the Berserker that he just bought and the Shadowhunter. This will take some time, and yeah, will cost some HP. Shadowhunter, not the tankiest heroes of all time.
If this is level 3 for the Blade Master, you can leave after the killing of the Gnolls and then give a lot of solo experience to the SH. Ooh, will he see him? It's nighttime. He hasn't seen him. Oh, close call there.
Super close. Scans for the Blade Master. He's not coming in. WFC gets more experience and the Health Stone, which is nice because his DK is so low. The HP regen now, pretty sweet, but Vampiric Aura for an Orc.
Okay.
First time, I think.
Yeah, first Vamp Aura today. Still so surprised no Orc tries to punish WFZ's, like, I don't know if it's greed, but it's, yeah, risky play, risky early game play. But once again, it works out for him here. DK now almost level 3. Tier 3 almost done. There's a lot of room in the back. And by the way, no sacrificial pit.
Yeah.
Where's the pit?
Maybe he lost his Acolyte and thought, okay, maybe not. But do you think that with the Vamp Aura now, Fly will go into more Raiders and less Berserkers than we have seen before?
Raiders get like barely anything from the aura because they do barely any damage. They're just there for the ensnare, kind of. Don't think that would be a wise choice. Grunts maybe. Grunts are okay.
Command Aura is there, or the Kodo Aura is there now. Damage increased, so he gets more HP back from every attack as well. The typical AI game where the players share the map. So this should be resulting in higher undead hero levels, right? Compared to the Orc?
It is a very fast SH though. A lot faster than the Lich, so I think he'll be the first to reach level 3 here, certainly. Boots of speed for the undead as well. Lich has a pretty nice inventory, by the way. And will receive the boots, apparently. Also, hit his level 2. And very passive game once again. This is level 3 for the SH. Is this now going to trigger a more aggressive Fly with his level 2 heal wave here having become available? Coil Nova onto Raider right away. Where's the heal wave? There it is.
That was close.
That was really close. And
the last Lit Shot gets it, so decent trade for WFZ so far. A few free hits on the Blade Master, but he steals the Invul, if I'm not mistaken, and gets dust as well against Burrow.
Despite the scroll speed, the Raider still died, so bit of miss micro there, I guess. Blocked himself. Here's a Dreadlord once again. This comes as no surprise. Here are the ghouls also. That's the nice thing about the 4 ghoul opening. You're gonna have so much lumber that after that you only need 1 ghoul. Collecting the wood. Does WFZ want to fight before the Dreadlord? It seems like it. Nice. Oh, wow. He cancels the Dreadlord, goes for the Dark Ranger. No sleep this time.
Okay, it's gonna be silence. That means he can disable the Stomp, he can disable the Heal Wave or a Wind Walk whenever he wants. There's not gonna be the spell, so he can't do anything about it. Blade Master in the middle of everything. Shadowhunter repositions himself. The TC this time not with Aura first, but Stomp. And this is a good... Oh, nice split by WFZ.
They hit the double silence there. That's why this fight started off so well. Finally, the silence wears off. There is the Stomp and the heal wave after that. Next silence is going to be ready kind of soon. The grunts are falling low. The ghouls have already disappeared. The fiends also dying. And here, with the Blade Master laying into the undead army, the damage output is way different than if he was slept all the time. And this timing push didn't seem to work out too well. Stomp doesn't hit the Lich, but the DK. Lich gets purged towards the side, in trouble now. Last Coil finds a second hero, heals him up again. The statue's in trouble, didn't have destroyers here either. He's going for the Blade Master now. He's dropping lower HP, but there should be another heal wave for him, as well as a scroll speed to get him out of trouble. Can this destroyer turn this fight around? He would love to get this Kodo, should give him a unit back as well. The Dark Ranger is surrounded by his own fiend, and this third hero will die to one more backstab. So close, but Ensnare finds it. Blade Master finds the kill, gets more fiends as well. And that was a great fight for Fly.
Indeed, man. For the very first time, Fly is kind of dominating this fight. The first time we see a Dark Ranger, maybe there's a correlation. Can he get some kind of counter kill? It doesn't look good for WFZ here. That creep starting a little too early. They were hitting him in the back. Blade Master is low, though. Can he somehow reveal and kill him? There's no Coil Nova as it seems. And here we go again. So many feats.
Even if he gets the TC here. It's a level 1 hero, I don't think it will matter. And yeah, the last fiend falls. Just this ground army is way too beefy. He doesn't have the damage to deal with this anymore. This is looking like the 1-0 for Fly. The revenge for earlier in the arguably more important match. The round would have been there. TP out from the DK, and yeah, even the destroyer was lost. Trailing now by 15 supply.
That is so completely different from what we've seen in the winner bracket semi-final. Like, is Fly finding his groove here, or what's happening?
I think this Blade Master is carrying this pretty hard, especially the early part of that fight. I thought with the double silence this was going to be a good fight, perhaps, for the undead. But yeah, it's such a big difference. Remember how nothing ever seemed to die when the Dreadlord was sleeping all the time?
Yeah.
But now with the Blade, stuff's dying fast.
Okay. Once again trying to go for the Invul, but the Lich has it this time. But the undead army is 3 heroes, a fiend, and a statue, and that's it. He couldn't focus the Kodo, there was no damage for it. The Raiders are there to intercept and to delay this additional harassment. So he can heal up in peace, and there's already a tower coming to secure this expansion.
Alright, plays it super safe. Could get another fiend here for free. WZ should not try to defend this. Use the coil, that's probably only going to delay the inevitable. There should be more ensnares, I think. There's another one. A third one should be ready. There it is. Another Fiend is ensnared. Level 4 for this SH already. Yeah.
Wow.
GG.
That was something. And Fly taking the third map in a row, one step away from the playoffs. His 5th playoffs it would be. And WFZ, is it once again him starting off great and then losing so hard?
And why didn't he go for the Dreadlord? Why did he go for that Dark Ranger? He had the Dreadlord queued up, cancels it. Maybe he thought he had to contest that red camp at all costs for whatever reason, and he needed the hero more quickly. But boy, did he get stumped without the sleep.
Indeed, the normal meta doesn't seem to work. Also, Fly's adjustment here with the tier 3 upgrades, very quick, was quite cool. The orb helped a lot with Purge. Command Aura on level 2 is so awesome, like the upgraded Kodo Aura. And like as I said, the Kodo was there the entire time, so the Blade Master had good damage, and you saw it in the Fiends. Like he just got one after another, no chance to save him.
Yeah, and where was the damage in the underarm? He had no destroyer for the longest time there. He had 2 or maybe even 3 statues on the ground. I'm not sure. But yeah, he had no destroyers, he had a Lich only level 2, and he had no Frenzy Ghouls, and only a couple of Fiends behind. So,
and the creeps were attacking.
If you want to answer Orc's pure damage without mitigation, you have to have your own set of pure damage. Or you have to, like, have Curse or Howl of Terror maybe, or Sleep the Blade Master. But he had none of those things.
Yep.
And just got totally whacked.
How can he come back? His map, Last Refuge, where he invented this Dreadlord third strategy, is banned. He can't go for that one. Where else does it work?
AZ, at least creep-wise, should be working out. Is also a good pick to deny the expansion for the Orc. Way too difficult to take. Maybe you don't want to take it though, with it being such a small map, in case the Orc does want to play aggressively. But Fly has shown on tier 2 he is not going to be aggressive, so I think AZ would be a good pick. Turtle Rock would be really hard to make that work on. Like, what are you going to creep with the DK there? Maybe you get the little green turtles if you're lucky. Other than that though, pretty hard to do. Also, great triple hero map for Orc. Turtle Rock. Other than that, Equiles.
Like
and
after the first set, maybe you don't want to go for Echo.
No, it's the fast expansion.
Pretty sure that's Fly's pick. If he loses the second map, then he goes for Echo because it's a good Orc map in general.
Yeah.
Heart, I think, for WFC now.
So, here we have the summary. Wow, those hero levels.
Yeah, 442.
Big discrepancy. Still don't know about that tech rush. Like, what did he really do? Blade Master ran across the map, killed one Acolyte, ran back, did nothing, had to wait for his grunts anyways.
Yeah, WFZ's early was really good.
Yeah, it was really good, exactly.
Level 2, basically for free, stealing a lot of creeps, but Fly was kind of forced into risky creeps, and it worked out so well. WFZ punished that, like, didn't punish that at all.
So, it looked promising for WFZ. A very strong first match today against Fly himself. Against Foggy was looking a bit rougher, but Fly now, does he maybe have the momentum here? He already had the win against Life, he has the wind in his sails from that victory. And the map is going to be...
Turtle Rock. Whew.
Turtle Rock, really?
Okay. Kind of rare to see an undead pick that. I mean, in all other matchups, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But against Orc, 50-50 at best.
So yeah, you can creep the little green turtles, you can go for the claw carrying Ogre Warrior, but it's not very unlikely that the Blade Master is going to be around. But so far, the Blade Master scouting hasn't been too amazing actually. The DK, like every single game so far, got away with a lot of experience in the early game, only with skeletons. So maybe this will continue on possibly the last map. Would be kind of a shame for WFZ having such a strong first series, then against Foggy getting kind of dumpstered.
Yeah.
And if he now fails here once more.
Maybe he used all his luck in the first set that he needs to beat Fly. Always so close between them, man. Kind of cool this feat that they've been going on, and The games between them are always amazing. Usually, this one was kind of an.
Yeah, that was very one-sided.
I agree.
Not very interesting. I still think like this strategy has potential if you don't get punished too hard early. Sleep the Blade Master, have maybe even more destroyers up in the air. You have so much burst damage, kill like 4 units right away, and then you have a big lead. Alright, can he come back? It was a 2-0 before, now the Orc is the one with the lead. Fly 1 step away from following the other 7 world-class players into the playoffs. We are on Turtle Rock, and would we have it any other way? Of course, it's close positions once again.
Of course, it's close positions. Yeah, man, this playoff grid is so stacked already. Everyone but Light was and Foggy were world champions at one point. It's so sick to see.
Yes, absolutely. It's gonna be so amazing. I'm looking so forward to the weekend, man. Live audience, our top 8 gonna battle it out. Best of 5s. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. So, close position, Remo, on Turtle Rock. Who does this favor?
The Orc, usually. Especially if you want to play it aggressively. But it's not so much the thing anymore. By the way, once again, the scout across the map to not give away the positioning. If the Orc wants to be super annoying, he can also look towards Acolyte kills, but with level 1 only, damage isn't so big. There's 6 Acolytes anyways. Trouble here for Undead is that there's no critters on the map, so finding the first skeleton is kind of hard.
It's interesting because WFZ has was relying on skeletons so much in his recent games. Like on LR, he was running around with 6 acolytes. We always see him with so many acolytes, skeletons, of course. We always see him with a lot of Rod of Necromancy used, and now, I mean, it is of course possible, but you don't get that starting critter.
Yeah, I wonder why Turtle Rock. Must have a good reason for it. Maybe, I mean, it is a pretty good map to try to evade your opponent and be left alone creeping. It is a large map. He's using the ghoul here to creep to fasten this up a little bit and don't take damage on the DK. That's pretty cool. Delays the tech slightly, but that should be fine. And is gonna get 100 experience here.
Do you think, like, with close position, Acolyte scouts it? Can he go for it in time?
Yeah, absolutely. He absolutely has the time.
Oh yeah, he wants to go for the entire spot, so the Ogre Magi and the other Ogres can attack at the moment. This is a bit of experience for Fly, no Tome of Experience. DK is running over. How much can he get?
Alright, so is this Grunt gonna get out? Because of course he's not gonna be able to finish the entire camp. Can he save the Grunt? And of course, last hit, that would be the biggest prize here if the DK gets it. Does he get the dust? He does. Reveals the Blade Master, but already super low HP. Took a lot of damage here from the couple of swings.
DK low as well, but... Okay, skeletons are there now from the corpses, of course. There's plenty of coils to work with.
Lots of damage here on both sides. It's gonna turn nighttime soon, by the way, and there's a Cloak of Shadows. He can stand here invisible, and he got the dust earlier.
True, it can't be revealed again. Oh, going for the coil there. Even more damage on the blade. Trying to get rid of him and then coil and attack the Ogre Magi.
Yes, there's very few skeletons only, though, to tank the damage from this. So the Grunts are supposed to protect the creep camp and the Blade Master's at home healing. And this should go to Fly. Oh,
what, this Magi?
The cloak. Ah, nice. I don't exactly know how long the Dust of Appearance cooldown is. Might be ready again.
Fly does not know at the moment that the DK is here. He can assume it. He's checking. Okay, he continues this. So WFZ waiting in the shadows for the coil. Will he get it or not? There we go, nice. Level 2. Very good. Item goes towards Fly, of course. But the big experience is gone. And he can get the Grunt as well. He has many coils. Ooh, close to a surround though.
Almost.
But now, actually Windwalk again. Not going for it. The skeletons are preparing this Grunt. And he dies as well. Really good creep jack by WFZ this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Item, Claws +9 by the way, still goes to the Orc, amazing of course, but he got the experience, he got the Grunt kill. And that must be a good opening for him. It came at a price though, he's low HP, he's pretty much entirely out of mana.
Do you see the item, by the way?
Claws +9.
Ah, ooh, that is of course great. Crit for 100 already. So at the moment, of course, he can be very, very sure that WFZ is not doing anything because of the hurt DK. And he uses that for a little bit of creeping to get this level 2, or preferably level 3, for the additional Windwalk. Tech is finishing on both sides.
Should be a little faster again for the Orc here. Oh, he's supply blocked! He forgot about the burrow. No SH for quite a while, and actually really fast tech by the Undead. So he's gonna have his second hero, the Lich, faster.
And the Sacrificial Pit is back.
Okay, we're going back to the strategy, the true way it was first seen. Going towards the red camp here is the blade. Oh, it's gonna be level 3 and a big item.
And he has the trifecta already, man. This blade can be scary. But of course, WFZ can, does know how to get rid of a strong Blade Master with good Banshee, with Dreadlord, or Pitlord.
Oh wow,
Sweet
these
mask.
items are
Sweet.
really good. Agility Tome as well, not too bad.
Fly had pretty bad items in the first series though, so
Yeah, true.
make it up for it.
So here's the Lich, the Shades coming out, the Slaughterhouse behind, the first couple of Fiends. DK is kind of close to level 3 already. This always seems to be working out pretty well this early game. Once again, Fly wasn't able to be too abusive. Would love to get this Ogre Magi here, but with the Scouting that's not going to happen.
Not at all.
Oh, the DK is low though.
Yeah, but he's getting level 3 here with this, so I think it's okay to take the risk, except if the Blade Master is able to steal stuff. He's not going for the creep, though. He's scouting the base. He's okay. Once again, the pit play. Once again, the Slaughterhouse is ready. And the Skeleton scouting for expansions and creep routes. That was quite nice.
Here's the SH, a little late to the party. So, still far away from level 3. Blade Master here with slow reactions from the Undead side. Could perhaps hope for a Fiend kill. But there's the Shade. Alright. The jig is up. No surprise backstab here. Look at the minimap movement from the SH. He's thinking about it. Do I want to attack him? Do I want to try to kill some Fiends with
A
Hex?
little hesitant. Usually
Yeah.
that shouldn't happen.
He was walking around so far for a long time, not creeping anything.
This Blade Master has so much Windwalk, by the way, with his Sobi Mask. It's so much vision and information that he gets from this. And of course, knowing that the Undead is in his own base, he can creep the second red spot with ease. And the third one in the north should belong to him as well.
So far, amazing items for the Orc. What's he gonna find here? A lot of great ones to be picked up indeed. And gonna be level 2 as well. Something +6.
Oh, if this is a robe or boots, like 2 out of 3
Oh,
chances.
Dove experience!
Man, Fly is certainly lucky. Belt, okay, the one chance, which is bad. But against Undead, I mean, having extra XP. And with Fly...
Yep.
Like
Don't mind that item on the Blade Master, actually. He revealed him with a Shade right next to him. Okay. Blade Master got the item, boots being sold. Don't know who got the ward. And no invul. Seems like that one was grabbed up by WFZ already. Alright, he's moving forward. Is he looking for some damage now? There's no orb yet on the Undead. This should be a good timing. The Lich, I don't know if he's level 2.
Don't think so. Otherwise, we could have seen a Nova before against the Blade Master. The Shadow Hunter a little out of position there, though. Catches a lot of hits down to 2/3. But now the Blade Master time. WFC with a lot of hero focus right from the bat.
Keeps the Fiend alive, though. There was no Hex. Wants to keep all the mana for Heal Wave, I suppose. There's level 3 now for the SH. A lot more mana thanks to that Ghoul kill. A lot more healing, excuse me. Using coils onto the grunts here. He wants to find some kills. There is the Dreadlord once again. Sleep.
Long range sleep. Yep. Okay.
Gonna be an easy surround.
Goes for the safe solution for this grunt, but actually has to use another coil. But that's finally level 2 on the Lich, and now Nova is up.
Here's the orb. And yeah, he kept that Fiend alive. Only lost 1 Ghoul. So in the end, it was a 1 Ghoul versus 1 grunt trade. But a lot of mana invested on both sides, I guess. SH no mana should really receive that Sobi Mask here, I feel. TC third now as well. He brings the Clarities, he brings the Orb. But the Shade will know about this all.
And WFZ is doing the same. On the other part of the back here, we have a big healing. Also nice, especially for the TC, who will be the center of attention of WFZ in the early stages of the first fight. Scroll of the Beast, really, really good in Undead versus Orc because there's no Dispel, and the bonus damage on the Fiends is significant.
And the heroes, of course, as well. So, Khadga's Pipe, the Dream, there's a lot of great ones to pick up here. Pretty passive. I thought on tier 3 we were gonna see more aggression here. That was the last couple of times what the Undead timing revolved around. You know, get the sleep and then look for the fight. Tome of Experience plus Claws plus 12.
Ooh, that Lich. Gonna be stacked as well. And good experience, of course. But there's gonna be the third red spot for Fly very soon. Getting the second consumable here, hoping for invulns and mana potions. Creeping is super fast now, with his Blade Master being level 4, having the orb and the good damage he dashes out. When of mana stealing, not the greatest. But yeah, map is almost empty, man.
And, you know, usually you'd always say that favors the Orc, because level 3 TC is so strong. But level 3 Dreadlord is so good. He's gonna have so many sleeps against the Blade. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's going Banshees again with his more patient approach this time around.
Third red spot. What is it this time?
Oh, Khadga's Pipe.
Woohoo, that's nice.
For the heroes only, though? No casters or anything?
Yeah, but he has Subi Mask plus
Khadga's
Pipe now, the Mana Bong. That's really cool. And we saw him before in the set going for Walkers. So it's not unlikely that he does it again, if there's too many Banshees.
Creeping continues. This will certainly be level 3 Dreadlord if he doesn't have it already. Once again, a load of statues here. In the game on LR, he had a lot of statues on the ground, didn't even morph into destroyers. Maybe that was because there were so many Berserkers ready. Ring of Regen, can be decent, I guess, in such long, drawn-out fights. But nothing too amazing.
Banshee's coming. Expansion in the north, though. WFZ has to do something about this. Not super soon, but no. I don't know if it's a tiny Great Hall, but I don't think so.
It's a normal one. If he just waits for like 65 supply, that could be a really nice timing for WFZ to hit this base up north. TC is gonna reach his own level 3 here. So much tankiness now on him. I really like the ring, actually.
Yeah.
Low armor hero.
Oh, sleep on the Blade. He's catching up. If there's another Nova in the coil, he might be dead. He has an Invul Potion, has to use it. Even dodges the coil. Quick reaction by the Chinese Orc. And now he's kind of forced into a fight, having to use the first heal wave already.
Big Stomp is going to come in. Boom! Hits like everything. But the coil finds the Fiend, so that one won't die. Sleep after sleep coming in here. Dispel against the Scroll of Speed as well. Don't know if the Kodo got to eat Scroll of Speed once again. Still the first one, actually. Fiends in the back, still getting healed up. This Blade Master having such a tough time once again to put out the damage. Even an A-bomb now in this fight. The Kodo dead. The damage aura is missing. This could be the fight turning around in the Undead's favor. TC has to be careful. Has to run away. More Banshees coming from the main. We're going to have more curses. Level 4. DK.
Does he have a Nova? That would be insane against these units who are trying to run away. Damage from the Undead is good. He could get some more kills. Here's the first one on the ground. Thanks to the Destroyer. Another sleep, another kill. WFZ is back in this series with this fight. The Destroyer is about to fall though. Nice catches the coil. And Fly, does he really want to fight this here? Or is it just distraction with the Blade Masters? He knows he can go invis. Yes. But there's a Shade against the Blade.
Undead heroes very low mana though, have barely any more spells to use. This was a good fight for WFZ, but it was also time for the Expo to come up. It's running now, and once again, we should expect this by now.
Yeah.
WFZ counter-expanding.
Oh, nice position for WFZ here with the Kodo up front, with the heroes up front. He's losing his statue, but he has a backup one there. And what can Fly attack here? Only the 2 heroes and the A-bomb up front. He's going for the TC, and he's dying so quick. The level up saves him for once, but no! The potion trade, really good. And now the Blade Master is in a way better position, can still be nuked though. Here we go, but the heal wave is there. Fly on point so far, but is it enough?
Really strong hero saves by the Orc player who has lost so many heroes before today. But this time, he keeps them all alive. So far. Loses one Wind Rider there, but that's okay. By the way, did you see the greater healing look like a small healing with that massive HP pool for the TC? So much tankiness on this third hero, but still almost died there. Very close. And this Sobi plus Pipe, by the way, on the SH is kind of saving his ass. So much healing for him.
And man, WFZ must be so frustrated with this TC. He's trying to kill it over and over and over again, and it just won't die.
And now getting more potions, getting into a decent fighting shape again, moving into the middle of the map. Does Fly have an inkling about a counter expansion? Normally you would never think that that could happen, but this is WFZ.
Yeah. If he practiced a little and if he watched a few replays, then he knows.
Into the fight we go once again. Full mana SH. DK with a lot less mana to heal, but a potion of mana.
Don't have Master yet. He can't use Possession. It's only 2 of them, but it should be good curses. Calling the Dreadlord to save him. The Stomp was actually pretty bad. Sleep again. But do you see how he uses the Shadow Hunter over and over to wake up the Blade Master? Pretty crazy.
Call Nova, TC in trouble, he has just been healed, can he transfer an item? This time the invul, he transferred it, but he didn't have the time to use it, and now the blade doesn't have one. If he gets Call Nova, he's revealed. There is a shade, but there's also a heal wave.
Okay. Fly retreats with a black eye, only the TC gone, and this grunt. More and more curse should be coming. Okay, now DK versus Blade Master, both gets healed up again. Kodo trying to eat, but it's only 3 damage. Sleep again, there's so much sleep. First Kodo is gone, but the aura's still up.
Alright, putting in the damage, but yeah, there's a curse. One more heal towards the Dreadlord. There's more mana for more coils. He's moving forward here. Everything that's in the front is going to take a lot of damage from these fiends and piercing damage. Focus fire from the orb in the back.
WFZ with a massive supply lead now. Fly with his back against the wall, trying to go for a hero focus. Gets the purge, but the coil arrives in time. And snare again. He really wants to get rid of that sleep and the vamp aura, but the invul potion saves him.
And now DK almost no mana left, so Dreadlord could be in real danger now. New statues coming from the main Moor region. The Blade Master coming from the north once more. He doesn't have an invul either, don't forget. Sleep first, doesn't try to deal with him with the right clicks and the focus. Nova instead flying towards the Berserkers. 2 of them will die, one with a coil, the other one with the fiend shots. Blade Master should have the mana here to get away. Doesn't even get the statue kill. So many misses.
That's big, because now he can heal, and now he's in a good position. He's regenerating some mana on the Shadow Hunter and then re-engaged. One Wyvern is there for the damage. He's waiting for the TC. Needs it desperately to shut down this DK with all the coils that he has.
Blade Master once again dropping low, but there should be much healing for him. But he's slowed down all the time. He's controlled all the time. He's either sleeping or cursed or frost armor slowed. And these Wind Riders, they die so fast.
Level up. Level 2 sleep now. Should be level 4 Lich.
I think so.
Then he can eat his own skeletons if he has some. Blade Master slept again. This was a massive stomp. But what can he do with it?
Going for the TC once again, taking quite a bit of damage. But he has an invul this time around. He's splitting the fiends as best he can, sleeping actually against the TC. Now the Blade Master in trouble. He's getting focus fired and he will die. The Shade is following him. And the right clicks are good enough. The healing wasn't there from the SH despite all the mana that he had. It was on cooldown. The A-bomb has been devoured, but the more important thing is the Blade Master missing. Can he buy him back? Does he have the resources? With an expansion, he should have it.
Oh, but he spent a lot. He's down to 150, 120. Can he start? Okay, he's getting him back from the tavern. Is that the right call? Fly is playing Ring Around the Rosie here on Turtle Rock. He's going to the tavern. He will cancel him in the altar. Does he have enough gold? 600 now, 800. Yes, Blade Master back.
Gets the Kodo immediately again, gets the A-bomb back. The aura is missing. The Lich, though, in a bad position. Has an invul, should he be forced to use it, but there's a stomp. This is the one possibility to kill this hero. He hacks the DK. He can't get the coil out. The sleep, though, saves his life. Second hero remains alive. Death Knight in trouble next. But he seems to be healthy enough to get away. Going for heroes only. This is desperation at this point. Now the Dreadlord, he might actually be falling. He transfers the TP and will even save the third hero. But at least Fly forces him back for now.
Man, these crits out of nowhere against the Lich. That was about to cost WFZ the game. Without the Lich, no Orb of Corruption. Without that, no Focus Fire. Without that, no win. And without no win, elimination. What a game. Both have 2 bases. The main gold mines are still there. No third base from Fly just yet. Also no Acolyte at another base. He's scouting for it though.
I mean, Fly did force him back, but he has like barely anything left. We see it here in the supply count. 43 only. WFZ, so many fiends. A healthy number
so
of
crazy.
Banshees.
Absolutely crazy. 70 how much is it now? 75 supply versus 43, and a lot of that stuff is still in production. The Undead has the game in his hand, but we have seen quite a few throws in this tournament already.
Fly's trying to creep up a little bit more. He's kind of close to level 5 Blade Master, but again, the sleep might be there. That might not be doing too much. Level 5 close for the DK as well. Mains are soon to be expiring, then there's gonna be another one ready for the Undead as it seems. As we see here, less than 1,000 gold left. Is WZ moving into the Orc base again? Yes, he is. He wants to finish this game out here.
Okay. No barracks, that means no headhunters anymore. Kodo gets out. Oh, he wants it. Sleeps around. That's big. 4 supply. Dead.
2 volleys. That's it. 1,000 HP gone.
Upgrades have so much value on the Fiends now. Holy cow.
And how do you engage this? This is like an impossible fight. TC in the front lines. He has an invul. How early will he be forced to pop it? Gets a stomp off, which was pretty nice. With such a big army for the Undead, I think you can never miss. Here comes a Nova onto the Raiders. Instead, he's going to get rid of those. The TC with another nice stomp. But there's no real damage follow-up. The Blade Master is slept all the time. He gets rid of the statues, though. That's pretty good. But the Kodo fell as well. Now the TC in true trouble. Has to go for the invul finally. 7 seconds, he'll be safe. But after that, he's going to be in trouble again. Reveal on both sides. Blade Master has to run, though. Can't find this kill. Will get rid of the Shade. That one annoyed him. And to be safe, going for the invul.
Yeah. Lich had no mana, I think, for a Nova, so kind of a waste, maybe. And that is free reign for WFZ in Fly's base now. 1 production building has already been killed. Here's the second one. No Raiders, no Kodos.
If he really wants mana, he could use Dark Ritual on Fiend. Or maybe even A-Bomb, if he wants to have a lot of mana. That Nova is super strong. And here comes a statue as well for Regent. This is such a scary, big Undead army. This is like the perfect Undead army.
Well, on Last Refuge last time we had a few more Banshees and saw Possession that was also nice, but yeah, in terms of value per gold, certainly. Going for the Fortress, and there is another expansion for WFZ on the back of the Turtle. Fly sees it now, and with that he might even tap out. Trying to intercept it though, okay, works fine.
More experience, almost level 5 now. And he's gonna get it. But how many crits will he be allowed to use? How much will he be slept?
There's still income for both players. The Fortress is gone. No tier 3 anymore, but doesn't really need it. He can't just go for potions at the moment. That might hurt.
He's gonna lose all the burrows though. Can't produce units. Doesn't even have production. Doesn't have lumber either, by the way. It's looking grim, it's looking dire, it's looking desperate for Fly. Maybe with like, does he have pillage? Move between the bases, try to do death by million cuts. This was a level 3 crit for 174. That's the new patch, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, with the Claw +9 it would certainly look a little different, but I like what Fly is doing. He's still mining in the north, and now there's no Acolytes anymore. WFZ maybe taking this a little too easy. Fly is of course supply stuck. Fly is of course like at half supply. But against triple Orc heroes you can never be sure. Especially not in the game between these two players.
But as long as he doesn't lose the bottom left base, he can always re-establish mining. He's gonna send Acolytes back there. And now Fly is retreating up to his base. And
does he have a Raider still?
I don't think so.
Me neither. Only headhunters.
Yeah, he can only make headhunters. I think Fly has to be on the other side of the map. Like he can't be. He can't allow WFZ to force him to defend because he can't hope to win a real fight. He has some towers here. 1, okay. This looks like a base built by a bot right here. And here we go. WZ moving in from the south. Level 3 coil ready now. Almost level 5 on the other 2 heroes as well. And here we go again. Coil Nova on the TC right away. Drops down to half HP. He's so tanky, but still in the focus fire of this entire army. He looks not so tanky at all. He uses Possession. He's gonna get a couple of Berserkers here. Isn't that nice?
Boom. That is just for style. 2 Berserkers in the Undead army now. And yeah, he's just toying around. Fly is desperate, aiming for a hero kill once more, but that does not seem to work. Abominations, man, there's so many fiends he can't get rid. He can't even attack. Has an easy day today. Can he get the Dreadlord? Nah, the Blade Master is still sleeping the entire time. Now he wakes him up, but sooner than later there's gonna be a kill, and then Fly has to tap out. This is WFZ equalizing.
He does it pretty well, keeping his heroes alive for as long as he can, but it's hopeless at this point.
Maybe he just wants to go home to his wife.
Maybe
Stretch this a little.
Maybe it's like he can't accept this, his ore card. How am I losing? My Blade Master's level 5. It's not supposed to happen.
Second expansion for WFZ is up. He got the Acolytes back, so he's fully mining. WFZ looking for another angle of attack to take out the shop. I like that. More than twice the supply. So crazy.
Wouldn't mind seeing some meat wagons, actually.
True. And Stomp, of course, now every single Stomp is great because there's so much to hit and so much so less space. Here we go, that was the last one though. TC dies, and with that, without the disable, without the aura, that should be it. But Fly is still not giving this up.
Oh, there we go.
Heroes. Man, we go full distance. One last map for the playoffs. WFZ is back. And usually it's the other way around. Usually he wins the first map and then his opponents come back.
Yeah. And this could be a big deal here because this is a weird strategy that has some downsides, and now Fly can decide the map for the deciding game. I would like to see Echo Isles actually again. That early expansion was a good idea. The problems came after. I think if he goes for it again, if he plays it a little bit better, he could take the win here.
I agree. It's on a Knife's Edge, on a Blade Master's Knife's Edge. And I think, yeah, it's a 50-50 thing between now Fly with a slight advantage because he has map choice. He can do whatever he wants. He can play his game plan on his map. WFZ kind of has to react to that. But his scouting is good, so I guess he will. And this looked like this second game was way better than the WFZ we saw on the first map.
Yeah, that was so weird. Like, why was that so different? He had an okay early game, and then he went for the Dark Ranger. It really seems to be all about the Dreadlord for him at the moment.
Yeah.
With the one Dark Ranger game, that was not even close.
Nope.
Not even if we're being generous.
Pitlord was a game he won without the Dreadlord there, so
True.
It seems to be okay as well.
That was a totally different game, of course. With that fast expansion for the Orc, and then staying on tier 2 for so long. Here we have the recap. Really high level heroes that game.
3k gold advantage for Fly, still not able to do something in the early game against this Dreadlord when the Blade Master is disabled, even though he woke up the Blade Master like instantly when he could with the Shadow Hunter. That was really good control. I actually paid a lot of attention to it. Shadow Hunter always did that, but it wasn't enough. Like,
you know what's some cool synergy which I didn't realize before? When you try to wake up your Blade Master and you're cursed, sometimes you miss and you don't get the wake up. That could be really annoying. I don't think we saw it too much in the last game, but it has potential.
Yeah.
He's grooving out a little bit. Seems to be feeling good about the next game. What map are we gonna have? Is he gonna try to go for the fast expo again, or does he try a different solution this time?
Nah, it's the same again. Echo Isles is Fly's pick, as it was in the winner bracket semi-final. It worked well, as you said, but WFZ was always... No, he wasn't one step ahead. Not at one point of this game, but in the end, he claimed the win for him and threw down Fly to the lower bracket, even though he was eliminated by Foggy one match later. Right after this map, we will draw the quarterfinals with a special guest here, so stay connected afterwards to see who will be Foggy's opponent. And so sick, man. 6 former world champions. Okay, 5 plus maybe Fly. 2 vice champions with Lawlight and Foggy. This is the super stacked quarterfinal already.
That's gonna be really cool. Should WFZ make it? He is kind of the sore thumb that sticks out. Like,
yeah, it's true. Well, he was second place at GCS Grand Final.
Okay, but 4-player tournament, you know. But still, he has performed offline before. He's just not very consistent. Same can be said for Fly. He's looking pretty solid though, I would say, from, you know, his micro moves and his standard play, but his adjusting to the strategy. Equals, I really liked his attempt there in the first series today.
Tier 1 expansion.
Tier 1 expansion, hell yeah. With Mercs, maybe you don't even need the Mercs. Maybe you can like expand immediately. We're gonna see.
Oh, I'm really excited. We
have to expect this to be done again with this Equals being his pick.
Yeah.
Is WFZ gonna be able to respond to this somehow? Maybe.
Tier 2 tower push. Super risky all in. Not his style at all. Not common at all.
Throwback to TED days.
Mm-hmm.
Would be a Lich first tower rush on tier 1.
Man, if we see that, I'm going bonkers here. The deciding map in the group stage. 7 players qualified. After this one, we have our top 8 of the world. WFZ, the second Undead after 1-2-0, or Fly, the second Orc after Lin.
What are we going to see here? What's going to be the strategies chosen?
We have opposite spawning positions this time. Fly in the upper left, WFZ in the upper right.
Yeah, I expect Fly to do the same thing here again. Or did he get so dissuaded? Does he feel he must do something else? Does he feel like he has only played poorly against the Dreadlord? I don't think so. I think you really have to play a certain way against that. Otherwise, that sleep can just be so powerful against that Blade Master. Something that had been speculated a long time before the patch ever was talked about. You know, back when Orc was imbalanced versus Undead, when people were complaining about everything, you know, everything was tried. Like Cripple was tried on Necromancers, Sleep was tried on the Dreadlord. Never really worked, but WFZ now with a new patch, with the improvement, is making it work.
He's not rushing anything. He is going for a Blade Master Barracks shop. Very, very normal opening here for WFZ. We see Ted Fiends. He had a pretty good early game last time, right? WFZ did.
Yeah. I was surprised with how much he got done early on Turtle Rock. And I still feel like that could be... I'd like to see the Orcs actually go to borrow tech against this, be more aggressive, and try to not allow his creeping, or go for an early expansion. One of the two. We'll see, we'll see. So, DK's out. Gonna go for the skeletons, gonna go creeping with those.
As always. Very standard opening here. Nobody wants to put out some crazy cheese. Leave it at home.
Perfect creeping here as well. That's really cool. The DK tanks the damage from the trappers because it takes a lot less, and the skeletons take the damage from the Ogre Warrior because that's the better way to do that as well. The bad luck's back here with the claw, with the ring of protection for the Blade Master, and an early one borrow tech.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of 2 borrow techs by Fly, which is a little outdated as it seems, because the tech is very late with that compared to the 1 borrow option. But now this is like as normal as it gets.
The DK down south. Is he going for the trolls here? That's the Remo special creep route. But
maybe for the playoffs you should show the observer your special creep routes and he can show them.
Oh, can he? Ooh, is that a little safe spot back there? Where the grunt couldn't reach? Seemed like the Acolyte almost made its way there. Not quite though. So he lost the Acolyte, so actually now getting the Shade out isn't gonna be so easy. May have to reproduce that one on tier 2. DK hoping for a Tome of Experience down here.
Yeah, quite a bit of gambling. He takes decent damage.
Gets it.
Wow. Decent damage from the Nightcrawler because it's a poison. But yeah, this is so worth it. Claw for the Lich is very nice. And 2 Rings of Protection for Fly again. Man, this is somehow like... Everything is different again today. Usually WFZ always cursed with the Rings of Protection. Now he passes that to Fly.
Wow, he's trying to get this Ogre as well. With... Does he have to use 3 coils here? Maybe. Gonna be quite a bit of experience again. Gonna be another nice item, but lots of mana invested once more. And this is what I was talking about. If this is scouted, if a Blade Master is nearby, this will never be allowed. But the DK, he's just left alone always in the early game. So once again, he gets a lot of experience, almost level 3. But the Blade Master, he achieves something himself here in his PvE mission. As he takes out the Ogre Magi. And hopefully is more lucky this time. God damn it, again. One of mana stealing. At least he can buy something from the marketplace here to make up for his bad luck.
True that. Marketplace, the only map where we see this. Echo Isles also.
It's my favorite map, the marketplace map.
The only map where we see the marketplace is Echo Isles. I tried to save myself there. Come on. It's a long day. Give me some slack.
True, that's our last game. Our last deciding game, guys. Don't forget this. 7 players already determined. This is our last of the top 8. We'll be playing against the first place finisher, of course, of one of the other groups. Blade Master gets to level 3 here, if he's allowed to finish this camp. And finally, a good drop.
Yeah, that is really nice. Now for the Blade Master, 2 additional Windwalks. Later for the Shadow Hunter, 1.5 additional heal waves. But WFZ scouting once again. He sees what's happening and he can act according to that. That's actually a steal from WFZ's side. Everything is hurt here now, though. Can WFZ punish this?
Might be able to. The Grunts are trying to walk away. Skeletons are cancelling the healing, but with 2 coils he definitely gets the kill. Or does he? He needs a couple more shots. Yeah, 1 coil will do it.
Fly's movement is pretty good here.
Can he force a TP though? Level up for the Death Knight? Blade Master, not enough mana, right?
No, DK also no mana anymore for an additional coil. He got 1 kill at least. Tier 3 on the way for both players. Fly a little ahead. Slaughterhouse and again the Sacrificial Pit.
He did make another Acolyte here to get the Shade as quickly as possible. Skeletons moving across. They're aware of the possibility of an expansion. I was expecting an expansion, but no. Fly is playing the standard once again. Like he played LR and just a moment ago Turtle Rock, and both those games looked kind of hopeless against the Dreadlord strategy. So what does he hope to do differently here now?
Very passive game by both, right? I mean, WFZ a little bit. Fly moving out to WFZ's side of the map, but they really don't want to engage. Who do you think has the upper hand so far? I think slightly WFZ. Oh, big backstab.
Frost Armor does keep him safe though. Oh, he wants to force the TP here. Scroll of Speed.
He has 2 more. That should be it, right? He gets another hit. He slowed Speed Scroll as well. Another Windwalk. He's trying to go for it. Another DK, you can't do shit. He's going to the shop, and actually the Frost Armor saves him. No TP. And did he buy a potion? I don't even know.
I don't think he did. He knows that this was the last Windwalk, so he's not gonna die, especially with a statue regen coming in now. This was a lot of time invested from the Blade Master. Oh, if he gets surrounded here. He has 1 more Windwalk though to get out.
Yep.
Gets circled as well. That's pretty nice.
Worth it. He doesn't want to face the high-level undead heroes once again. He steals as much as he can. And Tier 3 is finished. TC 3rd again. War Mill for the Kodo.
And for reinforced defenses as well. We saw a bit of Boro pushing going on here earlier on Echo, something we see only very rarely nowadays. No Tome of Experience for the Blade, but he gets a Tome of Knowledge. Not too bad. And the SH will be continuing his creeping up to level 3. He's gonna get it here. Still a couple of nice juicy creep camps left towards the left side. Should be good enough for the TC's level 2.
Claws of attack again. Blade Master right clicks are rising. Second one for him. Invo potions. So important. WFZ knows about it though. No expansion this time. No tier 2 play this time. Fly playing this way different than in the winner bracket semifinal. He had no success with a tier 3 play so far.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm so surprised with here. This is such a good expansion map early. He knew that there was gonna be no Fiend pressure early on, so this should have been coming up without contention. But well, maybe he thinks, alright, this is a deciding game. I have to play with what I know, with what I'm used to, with where I have the timings down, where I have my group orderings down, you know, the micro I'm used to. Maybe that's his idea. I don't know. Strategically though, this does seem like the wrong call.
He gets the second mercenary camp here for another parry app. Very good for the TC, who already is tanky with the Ring of Protection and the parry app. It is the Dreadlord. So far, 100% win rate for WFZ with the Dreadlord. Fly has no solution to this play yet. Level 3 on the Shadow Hunter as well. There is a TC level 2, so he doesn't have to fight with aura only.
By the way, we saw the Blade Master's inventory there for a second. By the way, Pen of Energy here, very nice. Is really good. Double Circlet, Double Claws, Orb, and the Invul. So, if Fly hangs on long enough, if he can survive all the sleeps, all 4 or maybe even 5 sleeps, and after that, he stands kind of a chance, maybe this Blade Master can fight him back then. But also we're gonna have Banshees for that possibility.
Curse is coming, Web is coming as well for the one Web against the Wyvern that will be added to Fly's army most likely. He's getting ready for the expansion, setting up the tower, but the Shade is scouting it already. Who's gonna get the second Invul potion? Is it Fly? Did he steal it? Was it the Magpie? Or is it WFZ on his Lich now?
Yeah, the Lich must have it. Oh,
yeah.
It's still on cooldown? Okay.
Okay. Or the Blade Master got it.
Or did he really pass it over to one of the other heroes?
Oh, the DK, like, the undead heroes don't have it.
Yeah. So here the ghouls again. This is the timing that has been looking so scary against orcs. Is he gonna morph destroy once again? Doesn't he has the supply available? Quite a bit of money still for WFZ here. 650 gold. This might be the time where you want to go for claws at the marketplace. He's not doing that though.
We don't know what's in there. Banshees arrive. He has a lot of curse now with the statues healing up their mana instantly. No level 3 TC yet. No level 4 Blade Master yet. But it is good hero levels, good inventories, and the expansion is coming.
Fly has some really nice items. And of course, that's where the money goes. Obviously, this is WFZ counter expansion play. It's gonna be quite a bit later though, with a tiny Great Hall here. Of course, it was also quite a bit more expensive. At the shop now, the Invul should have become ready. There it is, hands it over to the Lich. The Shade saw the tiny Great Hall, right?
He saw the tower.
Ah, no, the Shade is chilling out over here.
And again, the counter expansion. It is pretty cool. Like, Fly is not in a position to punish this yet, to push this. And he never was across the 2 series. Coil Nova and Sleep.
Might be able to force an Invul here. And that's not even bad.
Or not.
Actually gets away.
It's really close again, man. Both players would deserve to go to the playoffs, but of course, Highlander style, there can only be one.
Is it level 3 TC? I don't think so. Or?
Me neither. Do people still remember Highlander? The kids today certainly don't, but I think our target audience does.
He actually did get level 3. I still remember Neo. I remember.
Plus 21 damage.
Oh, this is dangerous by Fly. He gave the Invul away from his Blade Master to this SH. Does he think, well, he's gonna sleep me anyway, so no worries?
Invul again, right?
And the next one isn't ready yet.
Fly has 1,000 gold up. WFZ is pushing into upkeep though. Now with his Expo up, he can afford it.
Very low number here is Fly. Need some more peons.
Okay, people do remember the Highlander. Oh, I see, I see.
Alright, this is looking like a remake of Last Refuge. We're gonna have double Temple.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Master Banshees.
Oh yeah.
So, Fly has faced this before. How can he play better against this? I'd actually like to see some casters. I don't know if it has to be Bloodlust. Maybe just Spirit Link. Because you can go for a lot of piercing damage, just ensnare the destroyers when they're up in the air, and then focus them out. It should be pretty quickly done, and then your spells can be really good.
Yeah, there was something that Fly really didn't get to work on Last Refuge in the first set. Like, the destroyers were still there, and then the Bloodlust was all sucked up, and the destroyers get mana again and were even more powerful. This Expo, pretty well defended. Temple almost done, and then the tech starts, most likely. 64 supply for the Orc, 68 for the Undead.
This could be a long game once again.
Oh yeah. 10 PM here in China. 5 hours online.
So like, who is gonna attack first? And what reason is there to attack? There's no creeps left anymore. You can't cancel an expansion. You can't really go for structures freely.
Nobody, of course, wants to do a stupid mistake now. There's so much on the line. You're either top 8 of the world or not.
Pretty even in supply. The ghouls come out. Those will be some easy kills here. Goes for the Fiend instead. That's a bigger kill, of course. 2 pickoffs right away for pretty much free here, it seems. Nova onto the Raiders. They're getting healed up nicely, though. The Blade Master has been woken up as well. Nice lightning shield onto the TC. Lots of AoE here. Oh, and the Dreadlord, he's in trouble. He doesn't have an invul. There's no 2 shops on this map. Shop control is such a big deal, and the third hero is not gonna die.
Clutch call by WFZ, but the focus continues. The Blade Master is back. He's woken, and the Dreadlord falls. No sleep anymore. He's taken out the Banshees as well. The Blade Master is becoming stronger and stronger by killing these units. He's not going to sleep anymore. There's not too much curse anymore as the Banshees are hurt. The next lightning shield comes in, this time on the side of the Death Knight.
Blade Master in a bit of trouble here, but there's more healing to be used. Destroyer up in the air, could get ensnared, could get focus fired here perhaps. There's so many buffs and debuffs on this Orc army, it's going to be so much mana. Slow speed now as well, more buffs for the Orc. Blade Master still has the invul, will have to use it kind of soon. But with the Spirit Link, he's barely taking any damage. This looks like Fly moving forward. He's fighting against the expansion on Blight and into towers. He doesn't care. He's going for the Lich. Invul on invul action keeps them both alive. WZ has to retreat, may have to TP and evacuate out of his expansion here. Mana potion for the DK. One more. Coil will be there, and a couple more as well. With those mana potions coming in. Lich in trouble. Lich could be dying right here. The second hero's dead. Is this it? Is this WFZ stumbling on the finish line? Yes, it is. GG. And Fly makes it through. Congratulations to the Orc. He was not really expected to make it through. He's not too active anymore. WFZ, man, what a gut-wrenching defeat. He was so close. Alright, give me a second here. Alright. Okay. So. Here is Ugri, our racing reporter, coming in to join me.
Hey everybody, thank you for having me, Remo.
So, close game there towards the end. I feel like if Fly had attacked a little bit later, this could have all looked very different. If the entire Undead army had been consolidated and there had been curse everywhere and the Dreadlord would have been better protected, could have been very different. I didn't think Fly was gonna have, you know, such a good chance, having failed so much earlier against the Dreadlord with his tier 3 stuff.
Yeah, I think it was a throw in the end, the Dreadlord position and the 3 ghouls and the Fiend that were caught by Fly's army, and then he tried to save them, but it went worse and worse from there.
Yep. But also, like, good attempt, which was very fruitful there by Fly, trying to catch reinforcements between the 2 bases. Didn't want to commit to any big assault towards one of the bases.
Yep.
So.
WFZ often loses the key qualification match like that. He often loses in the loser bracket final, in the group stage.
And once again, he does not manage to perform offline.
Yep.
One more event where it doesn't happen for him. Last time for Focus it finally did. The Orc from Korea managed to get all the way to 3rd place. This tournament more disappointing for him as well, having dropped from the groups. Same now for WFZ. He was 1 map away, but no. The illustrious round of World Champions and Vice World Champions is going to be finalized with Fly coming in. So, I'm pretty sure they're going to show very shortly in a little graphic who that's going to be.
Who's there?
Well, we told you earlier, we don't see it yet. We told you earlier that we have a special guest to draw the groups, and all you very smart people out there may already have an idea because somebody here is missing.
Yep. He went for a smoke, I guess.
Yeah, he must have.
A long smoke.
He's pretty addicted, unfortunately.
Yeah.
To smoking and to Warcraft 3. Perhaps a little more to Warcraft 3, I hope so. And the tension is rising. So who's gonna play who? It was really important today for Foggy to get 1st place, with that, his chances of avoiding 1-0 are pretty high. When he sat here and I asked him, he said he was very confident.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's true though.
He told me the same, but
In the past against 1-0, he really didn't have a chance.
没有是在 D 组
And
的
check
一
this
个
out.
经典
Who's that?
之后
handsome,
我们
handsome guy.
魔兽争霸3黄金联赛下一赛小组赛8强也已经全部产生了，分别是 A 组出现的选手是120和英斐，令圆梦是顺
So
利从
our
B 组
dear-
出现，而 C 组
our
则是
dear
Neo
Neo, he's gonna do the group drawings, the attractive what are they called? Like those girls from the lottery who
I thought you were gonna
Pick
say
the
white
lottery numbers.
monkey, but
No, he actually does something. He's not a white monkey.
no, he's very important in this ceremony.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah, hello. Thank you very much for having me here. It's my 7th time in China, and it's always so awesome. Everybody is treating me like family. It's a big honor for me.
Hello， 大家好，我是 New， 然后我已经来了好几次中国，然后这一次参加抽
He's
签
got a
仪
bit
式
of
是
a
我
red
的
head,
荣
doesn't
耀
he?
好，那接下
He
来
didn't
呢
have
我
any
也有几
makeup,
个问题想要
so
简单的问一下你哦，就是
that
我们
shows.
这一次的8强
No,
名
he's
单已
handsome.
经全部产
Or
生
handsome
了，
little
在
devil.
这8个人当中，有没有哪一个人是出
Oh,
乎
he's
你
more
的意
red
料
there
的？
than there.
Is anybody who go to the playoff that you haven't guessed before?
Not really. We have a lot of favorites here this time. I mean, we have 6 former world champions and 2 vice champions in the playoffs now. I think Foggy did even better than I expected, and I'm very happy for my boy Lorlight as well.
说句实话，没有，我们在赛前猜出了好多冠军预选人，但是这一次其实 Foggy 和 Lolai 的表现出乎意料，特别好。
那我们可以根据他们之前小组赛的一个表现，然后现在的一个8强的名单，你可以预计一下之后大概是一个什么样的战况吗？
Rely on the performance before. Can you say something that about their future performance?
The future performance. I think Foggy really has the chance to get #1 now. He just needs a little luck with the grid, and I hope I can bring it to him.
从之前的表现来看，我觉得 Foggy 真的有可能杀到冠军。
也是希望 Neo 也是希望能够自己给我们的 Foggy 带来一些好运，但是看来这个分组也是希望呢我们的 Neo 能够给我们的 Foggy 真
Alright,
的
I think
是带
now
来
it's
好运
time.
啊。那接下来就进入到我们的一个8强的抽签的环节，来有请。
Yeah, he
Can-
did.
8强的抽签规则
he
给
did
大
two
家介绍
rehearsals,
一下
so he should be
我们8强
fine.
的分组抽签呢是从
Right,
16
what's
组
it gonna be?
16
How is
小
he-
组的第1的4位选手当中，
How's he
从
gonna
最终4
determine
小组
the
然后
path of our boy
通过
Foggy?
同组回避的原则去抽取他们各自的对手，所以8强赛呢，大家将会面临的是不一样
So
的
we're gonna
对手
hope that
那接下来
either
我们
Foggy
就
or
进入
1-0 will
到
be
我们
drawn
这
in
次
the
A 组
first
第一
part of
位
the
选手
bracket and then the other in the other
来看一下
part.
我们的8强的 A
That
组
must
第
be
一
the
位
hardest
选手
game.
将会是谁呢？
So here we go.
好的，这边
Those are the
Foggy.
first places.
Yep.
8 强
That
的
means
A
Foggy
组
is
第一位
the
选手
top
是
part
来自
of
于
the
乌克兰的
upper
Foggy
half of the
看一
bracket.
下我们 B 组的第一位选
He
手
can only play Moon, TH, or Infi.
And now not 1-0, not 1-0, not 1-0.
A
Oh,
组的第一位
Okay,
选手将会
that's good.
是
That's
来
better than
自
1-0.
中国的 Lin。C 组的第一位选手继续抽取。
So he will not play Lin. It's the top of the bracket for the first place.
8强
Exactly.
分组的第一位选
So
手
this is the second half of the bracket. This is all first place finishers from the groups.
8强 B
So
组
the
的第一位
last
选手
one. Who's the last one again?
Yeah, we're gonna see now.
1-0, 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0.
来自于中国的120。
So
接下来
it
呢，我
looks
们
good
也是
because
会通过
Foggy
一
can
个
beat Lin.
同组回避的一个原则啊。
He has done it
好的
before. There you see the
这是
bracket.
我们8强的 A
And
组
now
和
we're gonna
B
move
组
on
的
to
第
the
2位选
second
手。
place finishers next.
Now Foggy wants to avoid
So,
Moon, yeah.
He said he doesn't want to play against Moon too early though. He wants to play against Moon in the final. He wants to play against Human instead because it's more clear cut.
第2位选手
Infi, great.
Infi.
A 组第2
I think that's one of the
将会是
better
来自于
draws.
中国的
Well,
That's-
he has never beaten him
A
actually.
fly would have been the best draw, I
第2
think.
位选手
Yeah, it would have been.
But then he would have had to reshuffle because they don't want to have a
8
rematch, I
强
think.
B 组的
Ah,
第
yeah,
2 位
it's not
选手
possible.
也是将会是
TH
来自于
against
中
Lin.
国的
Wow.
TH Breslin also
100.
sick match. Foggy, Infi, TH Lin. I mean, out of the remaining players, it's only going to be awesome matches.
已经全部产生了。接下来看一下8强
Fly, I
组
think,
的第2位
the biggest underdog of all 8 players we have.
I don't see
in-
who he can
in the
beat
top
actually.
8.
But
I think he's gonna have a very tough time. But
8
maybe
强
he's
C
gonna
组的第
show
2
up
位选手
strong.
也是来自
Korean Knight of Duel here. Moon versus Lolliot.
好的，那么我们
And then
最后
1-0
的一位
versus
选
Fly.
手
Ooh,
已经
poor Fly.
到他的分组了，我们也就
So
Oh, wow. 1-0 has a really good grid. 1-0 has like a grid made for the finals.
well, 1-0 doesn't have a good record against Fly actually.
Yeah, but I don't
16
care.
to 18. Yeah.
In recent history, Fly is just too inactive. 1-0. This is the best bracket he's ever had at GCS. Foggy's gonna take out the humans for him, hopefully, into the final. And he avoids all the humans. He gets Fly, who is not in the best shape, and the Night of after.
Yeah, Moon is really good against 1-0, so it could be. Laureate wanted to avoid Moon at all cost, and he got Moon, sadly for him.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, he wanted to avoid Moon completely.
That's very unfortunate.
His Night of Mirror is not the best, he said so.
具体后面的比赛究竟会不会越来越精彩？我相信大家这个回复一定是肯定的。那接下来呢，我们小组赛就已经告一段落了。我们
I'm not sure what she's saying, but
下午5点钟在暴雪游戏频道进入到我们的8强赛当中，大家不
So he's saying get hyped for the weekend. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow is our day off. We're gonna be back on the weekend. Saturday we start at the same time as previously, 11 a.m. CEST, and on Sunday, Championship Sunday, we're gonna have the decision. Is Foggy finally gonna be able to do it? I think he has a pretty decent draw here to have a chance. Not as lucky as 1-0.
Yep.
But certainly has good chances. He's not running into 1-0 until the grand final, if that should come to pass, which is very good.
But Infi, he has never beaten him before, so it's a good good occasion to change that. Yeah.
Kind of crazy that they never met. Oh, he's never beaten him
they
before.
met, but he has been eliminated by him twice. Well, once he was thrown to the loser bracket, twice by Infi actually.
Okay.
2 GCS ago and 4 GCS ago.
I think he definitely has what it takes to make this work this time around. So here we have the matches again.
Lin TH, a big classic.
Yeah. So we start with tomorrow. The day after tomorrow, excuse me. Infi versus Foggy. Single elimination, of course, guys. Every single match matters for... Yeah, for... What's it called? For elimination, yeah. For elimination. So 4 matches on Saturday, and then 4 matches again on Sunday. We're going to have 2 semifinals, the game for 3rd, and then the grand final. I hope you tune all in again. I don't know if Neo is coming up here to talk to us again.
Maybe he needs his smoke now because he couldn't smoke.
There he is!
He's there.
Our lovely Glücksfee! Come here!
Oh, hi guys.
How was it? Were you nervous?
A little bit. That's okay. Foggy is not with 1-0. I did everything correct, right?
I know. But also, dream grid for 1-0.
Gonna be good. Well, if Moon wins Laliat, then maybe not so much. Because Moon is really strong against Undead.
That's true, that's true. But I think he prefers facing any Night Elf rather than TH, for example.
Yeah, yeah. And like, we did 2 rehearsals today, right? And all 3 times now I draw Lin versus TH.
Hexor.
I really want to see that match, man.
But you didn't do your buddy Lolai any favors.
I know, because he didn't come for an interview. That was on purpose as well.
Oh, are you just turning off the camera? All right. I guess this is us saying good night and goodbye. We'll be back on Saturday, same time. Today is the day off. Have a good one. And we'll be back on Saturday for the playoffs. See you then.
Bye-bye.